Hey everyone, Tom Harrison here. Welcome to the Walk Your Why podcast, and welcome to what I lovingly call my sacred creation space, more commonly known as a shop. I love to build things, have all my life, and I just thought it would be kind of fun to shoot a little video, very brief, that shows kind of how we can have more than one thing we do in our life that we love, right? There's a lot of talk out there, and hey, you'll hear me talk about it too, where focusing on one thing is so very important, sometimes almost paramount, but that doesn't mean we have to have only one interest, right? Or only one pathway in our life. Now, it can get challenging, of course, if we have multiple businesses. But hey, there's plenty of entrepreneurs. That's what they're all about. They create businesses. Now, holding multiple businesses, hey, it all depends on you and what you're up to and what you want in your life, right? Now, having said all that, I know very dearly, very closely, how distracting, how difficult it can be to have more than one business operating at the same time, particularly if you're relatively engaged in the business. Now, right now I'm at a period in my life where I've stepped away from most of the work of Alter Eco. I leave it to a team of collaborators who are amazing cabinet makers and builders, and that's fantastic. I still love the design, and I still love to get in the shop from time to time just to do my own thing. And actually right now I'm working on a project for a client, cherry-picked job that is fun to do. I had plenty of time to do it, and it works out well in my schedule. And still, of course, I have to be careful because it's easy to allow the time in the shop to take away from what I'm doing in Walk Your Why. So hey, this is great to be able to take a moment to kind of allow the two to overlap. And I mentioned at the beginning that this is my sacred creation space. To me, that's very important for me to remember, for me to internalize, because that's really what I want this to be about. Ever since I started my work with Alter Eco Designs, you can find us at bambooCabinets.com. Ever since I started that, it was all about purpose, all about meaning. That's why it's ecological. That's why it's healthy for people and planet. And so that's a thread that, of course, has flowed into Walk Your Why and actually led me to Walk Your Why. Because I began to realize that in order for me to go deeper with my purpose and where I felt I was being pulled, being led by my purpose, I needed to change it up a bit and work more directly with people, be able to work with more people, be able to coach one-on-one, which I love and I find to be fulfilling for myself and very fulfilling for my clients. And at the same time, I didn't want to let go of my ability to come into my sacred creation space and build. It's just a different way of using my skills and talents. I guess it's a lot of different skills and talents. But it's very nice, and for some of us, we're aware that we feel more whole, we feel more complete, we feel more energized if we have, two or three things going on in our lives where we can exercise these different skills and talents. It makes life fun and exciting, and we need to be careful that we're clear about what matters most to us. So part of this concept of a sacred creation space helps me stay clear or get clear again when I forget, and it happens. And oftentimes it's not even about forgetting, it's just I haven't planned perfectly well and I'm doing a job and it's like, oops, didn't allow enough time for this, and it starts taking over time that was really devoted to Walk Your Why. So, I gotta be careful about it all the time. I gotta be mindful about it, but I don't wanna let it go, right? I am trying to streamline it more and more so that when I come to the shop, I can just get to work, I can do what I love most, I can design, I can build the things I want to build, leave the rest to my team. But here's the point really of this video. One was just to introduce you to another facet of my life. Another was to let you know that, hey, if you're somebody who feels like, I don't want to be stuck doing just this one thing only in my life, I'm with you. I'll support you in that. Also, to remind you that that doesn't mean it's going to be easy, right? And it's going to take more focus. It's going to take more discipline. It's going to take more structure to do that effectively and successfully. So just be aware of that. But really, most importantly, in this video, I wanted you to have a sense of the concept, this idea of having your own sacred creation space for whatever you do. And the truth is, although I call this a sacred creation space because it's a physical space, I carry my sacred creation space with me wherever I go. Because Walk Your Why, as you know, I'm often out on a trail or on a city sidewalk somewhere. I'm walking somewhere, right? And that place where I'm walking, where I'm addressing you from, is my sacred creation space in the moment. So really that is to say that we have our sacred creation space within us, and we make of wherever we are, whatever environment we're in, we can make that our sacred creation space. So I'd love for you to tell me, what's a special sacred creation space in your life? Like what might be an actual physical space you can identify and share? And what might be a way that you carry your sacred creation space with you wherever you go? I'd love to hear that. Thanks for joining me here in my sacred creation space, the shop. And I look forward to seeing you along the trail. Walk your why.